Hello everybody, what do? We got another Peach and Date tutorial video. Now before I go on with the topic at hand here, I do want to mention to all the people that are new to my channel. If you have a question about Peach and Daisy, I probably already answered it in a video. So if you look in the description below, I have a link to my playlist of a whole bunch of Peach and Daisy tutorial videos in terms of how to play them, controlling them, combos, tech, all that. So check that out because I probably already answered it in a video, so you guys can get right to it, have the answers immediately, and you could get right into practice and become savage. So with that out the way, to the topic at hand. I can't talk today. To the topic at hand, and that is how to catch a turnip with a down tilt. Now I've gotten this question before. I've seen it a lot. And surprisingly, I haven't clarified it or make a video on it. I don't know why. But better late than never, so here we are. Now, some of you guys probably noticed, we don't want that. Would that work? I'm going to test that out later. Anyway, some of you guys probably noticed that when you toss a turnip and you do a down tilt, you don't catch it. And you've seen times, like in my intro video, where I do a turnip toss and I catch it with a down tilt. So if you toss a turnip in front of you, and you do a down tilt, you're not going to catch it. It just doesn't work. But if you toss it behind you, you will catch it just about every time. The only time you really won't catch it is if it's something like a Stitch Face, because the Stitch Face, it has hit lag, where it connects with something, it'll stay in one spot for a while, like that freeze frame. So you won't be able to catch it because it won't be in reach. It'll be stuck there, so you can't catch it. But outside of that rule, you're always gonna catch a turnip. So the reason that works is because when you toss the turnip behind you, you recover sooner than if you was to toss it in front of you. That's basically it. That's why that works. Now keep in mind that tossing a turnip in front of you is actually faster than tossing it behind you. When you toss the turnip, the hitbox is active on frame 8 in front of you. When you toss the turnip behind you, the hitbox is active on frame 11. So it's 3 frames slower, but you definitely get a harder punish so you can combo off of it. So just keep that in mind. That's why it's really important to know frame data. Somebody does something unsafe on shield and you have enough time to punish. You have more than 11 frames to punish. You can toss the center behind you and get pretty decent punish. You can go for a combo, probably a kill confirm depending on what's going on. So an example of that is, example of that, you can do something like this on the shield. Be something like that. So that is pretty decent damage at its shield. And if the opponent blocks that, you're fine because you catch your turn up. Make sure you sure hop it though. Like I full hop it, so make sure you do this. Like that and space it. So if it hits the shield, you get to turn it back and you'll probably be at this position. And you're not that far away, you kinda have the advantage because your opponent does anything, especially out of shield. Depending on what it is, you'll be able to punish and then keep the pressure going. And if you do a bear after the combo's done to catch the turn up and it hits them, that's fine. You get your turn up back and then you just go chase them. That's when aggressive mode activates, you chase them and you just proceed to do what you do. Right? So that's actually really good for pressure and also keeping the aggression going because you recycle your turn up. Pretty decent damage you got out of that. And you chase out your opponent, and then you just keep fighting with a turn up in your hand. All right, just recycling pressure, recycling turn up, keeping that advantage going. Now, even though you cannot quickly catch a turn up if you toss it in front of you, it does have its uses. One of them is this. So if you have a certain range, depending on character and percent, you do something like this. All right. At a certain distance, if the turn up hits, you can move towards your opponent and then you can catch it with a down tilt. This is good because one, down tilt, it has good range, so you're approaching with a range move. Not that. This. I'm trying to block. There you go. I'll do it too soon. You see the recovery time? Come pretty quickly. It's -8 on shield. That's pretty good for down tilt. Especially with space. -8. It's hard for a lot of characters to punish that. So -8 on shield, and on top of that, you get a turn beam. So if they block, that's fine. They block it, space move on shield, and you get a turn in your hand. And they try to do anything out of shield, whether they try to grab you, attack out of shield, whatever. Depending on what the attack is, you can get whatever punish, whatever mix up you want to do. You got options out of that, all right? You got options to keep the pressure, frame trap your opponent, all that, okay? So they block it, you're good. And then if you get a hit off, you can go for whatever. See, if you're doing it too fast, I'm glad I'm actually messing this up, so we gotta talk about that. So if you have to delay the down tilt. Can't do it too fast. Oh no, I guess I gotta be at 7 range. Do it too fast, you won't be able to catch it. So delay it. So if you don't catch it, you miss a confirm, you get that. But you do catch it. Go for whatever you want. So that is actually good for approaching purposes after you hit somebody. Or if you don't hit them with the turn up and they block it, and they see you coming at you and you think they're gonna shield, that can also be a good way to approach. Space down tilt, hit this shield, and you just go on with your decision making from there based on how the opponent is playing. Adapting to what they do when you get near them, after you hit them, when they block, when they whiff, all that, right? Yeah, that's basically it. Pretty short video in comparison to my other ones. So that's what you can do out of that, and how to catch a turn up with a down tilt. Remember, your back's got to be turned, and the uses of catching a turn up in front of you and what you can do with all of that. All right. Thank you all for watching. Thanks to my new subscribers that I got from my recent videos, as well as my veteran subscribers. All you guys together, freaking savages. And I will see you in the next video. Until then, peace off.
Sweet.